I was just telling people how much I loved titty milk.
Huh?
Can you explain that,
That's something we
please?
we can bond over. I do enjoy titty milk.
It's so
What?
good.
Did you just say ditty milk?
Titty milk.
It turns.
What?
Ooh,
That's...
proud of you.
Did you say you love me?
I said proud of you.
Can you guys fight? I think it'd be really hot. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mythos Chef Episode 2. We have some very talented chefs with us here today. We're going to start with some introductions. Tenshi, Hazuki, let us know. Who are you? Who are you?
I'm Tenshi. I'm an angel that streams live on the internet. I have an actual certificate from the CIA, the Culinary Institute of America, in cake decorating. I worked in a commercial kitchen for several years, and I currently work in my own micro bakery selling sourdough.
Damn it, Dio! I thought we were gonna be so fast.
Next, Morphia.
Hello. I am Morpheus Somnia. I am a jackalope fae. I actually got my start doing cooking shows on YouTube before I was a VTuber, and I also went to culinary school.
I promise I'm not finding these extremely talented chefs just to make everyone suffer.
I literally said that in your tweet when you were looking for people for Mythos Chef.
I don't know how to read, okay? Then we have Zion. Hello, Zion. So Zion is returning.
Hi everyone, I'm Zion. I was on the first episode, and I was hoping this episode I was gonna win, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna be comedy relief again. But this time I'm actually trying.
Everyone loves a good underdog story. But nice to meet you, Zion.
We've met before! And I
That's
bore you, and I
crazy.
bore you.
What the mouth
Oh,
doing?
I know what the mouth is doing. It's holding a knife!
Will you be cooking with yourself on your hand?
Will it get me bonus points?
Yes.
Then yes.
Last but not least is Zad. Hello, Zad.
Hello! Sad Novitas, the buffet table's resident ghostly chef. Only today I'm a resident ghostly maid, literally wearing a maid apron.
Oh. Bonus points.
We also have some judges to introduce. Believe it or not, they have balls.
We have balls. Want to touch balls?
Not in the
Day
kitchen.
one. My name is Artemis Mythos. I am the lunar god of the hunt. I do things.
I'm Athena. I am also a member of Divinus. I like BL. I like to talk about BL.
Do you like Omegaverse?
Hey, yeah! We have 3 rounds, and each judge will score the contestants out of 10. After all 3 rounds, the judges will have 5 extra, judges' choice points. Round 1, dessert first. Bake something, anything, and then while we wait for it to bake, that's when you'll work on another dish.
Yes, chefs and Peepaw.
I mean, if everyone's calling me Peepaw, that would explain why so many people have been referring to me as Daddy.
Peepaws
Yes,
are like
okay.
Omega level daddies.
Omega
Hey.
level? Is that something to do with the Omega
Peepaw.
verse? The modern world?
No. 3, 2, 1, go!
If our lovely judges would like to help me interrogate the chefs.
Deepest, darkest secret right now.
I set my toaster on fire when I was 11, and I've never recovered.
Oh, wait, I'm seeing some cream cheese in Zad's. Oh,
Dude, I would bathe myself in cream cheese if I could.
Huh?
Same.
I recommend it. It's super fun, actually.
Huh? I see that Zion has decided to opt to take off the bag. Zion wants to take
I
this
can't.
competition
I
for the
can't.
win.
I like Morpheus because they're using the thing.
I've creamed together the butter and sugar, which is what I did first. I took the butter out, I put the sugar in. I've added my flour, I'm adding heavy cream in to make it emulsify, and then I'm going to add my salt. And I'm going to roll it out to create a shortbread.
Wow.
And the bag has returned. Redemption.
chat.
Have you
yeah.
heard of the cheese tax?
Have you heard of the Bebo tax?
The cheese
Taking out
tax.
your
The
gaffer,
cheese
the
tax.
razor.
You're so bow.
I
was
wish to
very
leave.
hard to
Is there a door?
I'm guessing Zad is making a cheesecake of some sort.
Indeed.
Morphia, what is the inspiration behind your dish?
This is actually something I made during my entrance exam to culinary school, and it's what won me a scholarship towards getting my loan paid off.
Whoa.
I am making a fruit tart.
Can you give us your best grandpa voice?
All right, young whippersnappers, I don't understand what you're doing on my lawn, but if you don't leave here, I'm gonna give you one big ol'...
Dang. I was just telling people how much I loved titty milk.
Huh?
Can you explain that? Can
Yes.
you
No,
can you just
that's something we
please-
can bond over. I do enjoy titty milk.
It's so
What?
good.
Did you just say ditty milk?
Titty milk.
Oh, okay.
Not ditty.
No, titty milk is a different thing.
Wait.
Titty milk from Gamer Subs.
Yeah, gamer subs. That's exactly what we were talking about.
I'm really bad with anatomy, so I was wondering if you could demonstrate exactly what part titty milk come from.
Activate secret technique. Hidden nipple.
Oh!
Let's go!
There.
That's crazy.
Now you understand where titty milk comes from.
I need to give chat the fan service or they'll stop watching. Thick thighs save lives.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys like in your pastries? I'm curious.
I was expecting it. Like, what do you guys like in your women? For some reason.
Is this
You like
the part-
sea slugs? Because I can see you in my eyes.
She's trying to slide in.
You should check your Discord.
My Discord.
Me?
Mine?
Dio.
Oh, I thought you were sliding into my DMs. Damn.
I was about to be like, Ayo.
Damn, relax.
The thing with the fork, depending on your time on the internet, it's called docking, but it's a pastry thing, not something else.
Chefs and Peepaw, my cookies are going in the oven.
Hey, Artie, ever hunt any owls? Time to start some
Sibling
beef.
rivalry.
Can you guys fight? I think it'd be really hot.
I made a blueberry syrup just now. I have some apple syrup as well that I made earlier. This is also maple syrup as well.
Are you Canadian?
Yeah, what gave that away?
Wait, Zion, what was
It's
the
tree co-
powder you were
never mind.
making? Were you making cocaine? Can we see?
No, my area is known for crack, Dio,
Yeah!
not cocaine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Happy New Year! Wait,
Happy New Year!
Everyone in the oven?
Yes.
Yes.
My food's in the oven. I'm not in the oven.
No, you guys have to go in the oven too. Based off of the cooking process, we're gonna assign some points. So, Kenji, would you like to start?
There were things that I did off screen to prepare. So what I'm making is called entremet, and it's a French dessert, but the shape of entremet I'm making specifically is called a baume. Mousse with caramel and then chocolate enrobement, and at the bottom of that is a shortbread cookie.
That sounds so good.
Pastry cream. It takes about 3 hours to set, so I did that last night. It's gonna set up into a nice cream to fill the tarts with.
I made peanut butter and chocolate cookies. I made whipped cream with PB2 powder with cocoa.
Kenji, what's in the middle of your cookies?
Also, this isn't the cookie. These are the chocolate bombs. So this
Oh.
is chocolate mousse with caramel in the center. It's a salted whiskey caramel. And then
Whiskey!
So I've made 6 mini cheesecakes with an oatmeal walnut crust. Cheesecake was actually like one of the first things I ever learned to make. I wanted to have a little bit of a personal touch with that. All this stuff is kind of local.
Now that we've heard everyone out, points. We start with Athena.
Everybody's so talented. I don't want to give out all 10s. I really like Tenchi. I love the addition of the whiskey. I think that's so cool. 10 points. Morphia, I loved you as well. And also
Oh,
your
thank
cooking. 10 points for Gryffindor.
Okay,
Zion,
okay.
you cooked with a bag. That's crazy.
Thank you, Chef.
You know what? It would have been a 9, but I'm going to give you an 11. But I can't do that, so it's going to be a 10.
Athena, my chat is calling you a golden retriever.
I feel like I'm
Really?
more of a corgi. I really like that you used like local, and I really love that you are like repping Canada. So yeah, 10 points. Everybody gets 10 points.
Canada.
Hey, Artemis, I really like your hair.
This is the part where flattery comes in.
I'll make you both a paper bag puppet if you keep me with 10 points.
Not the bribes. Tenchi was so efficient. She had all her stuff together. I'm gonna give you a 9 for Morphia. I just want to say I love fruit tarts. My only complaint, I feel like the dough in the tart round was a little lumpy. You are still gonna get an 8 because I really like fruit tarts. Zion, she was making some white powdery stuff.
Loki, these cookies are fire, Dio.
I'm gonna give you an 8 for Zad. I love cheesecake. I really like cheesecake. Yeah, I just really like cheesecake, so I'm gonna give you a 9. It's time for Artie to give his verdict.
Starting with Tenchi, what you're putting together looks phenomenal. I wish I could taste it for myself. A lot of time was spent off camera, and the visual cooking process is part of it. I still would give you a 9. Morphia, yours is solid all around. I want to see a little more on it. I would give yours an 8. Zion,
Hi, Chef. I mean, Peepaw.
while you went with a simpler dish at the same time, I'd say that you brought us the most story. You brought us a tale of a bag. What you have not brought us with creativity, you have brought us with entertainment and humor. I would give a solid 8 here as well.
Thank you, Peepaw.
Am I just people now?
Yes, Chef
you
Peepaw.
Zad, your mini cheesecakes look very delicious, and I like the flexibility that you had in making multiple flavors. I would give yours a 9 as well.
Points are in. Our second round. It's very dear and near to my heart.
Oh.
Cocktails! It's a signature cocktail or mocktail. we'll just start with Tenchi.
I'm going to make a butterfly tea lemonade. Luster dust in the bottom, and this is just gonna make it sparkle once I pour everything in. 250 mLs of water here. 1 cup for all my American friends. Sugar directly to it. We're doing the sugar in teaspoons. I only have a half teaspoon here, but I need 4. Now I'm just going to add my lemon juice, probably about 1/4 a cup. And then this sounds a little weird. I'm going to add just a pinch of iodized salt. Salt complements the flavor of sugar. So it actually makes things sweeter and it'll take away any of the tartness. I made ice in advance. I made these little ice
Oh my god,
hearts.
that's so cute!
That's what it looks like unmolded.
Oh.
So now I'm just going to pour the lemonade into my glass, which is a little bear. And this is my prepared butterfly tea. So butterfly tea is very special because not only does it have an abundance of health properties, but also when you add it to lemonade, it turns
What? Oh my god, I love purple.
Oh my gosh, wait.
That's so
I
cool.
love it. All right, so we have you pulled up, Zion. What's going on?
Apparently, Tenchi and I have the same exact idea.
Wait, but yours is like greenish, huh?
Let's add in some lemon.
Ooh.
Ooh.
This one
Yeah.
is slightly more pink. Well, next is Morphia.
Well, this is awkward because I also had the same idea. So this is vodka that's been infused with butterfly pea blossoms. I'm going to add 2 ounces of this to some ice. Then I'm going to add an ounce of simple syrup to that. And then I have my potion bottle here, which I'm going to add some luster dust into the bottom of. Pour that in there.
Very blue.
I'm going to add a little bit of limoncello to it.
So right now you have tequila and limoncello. You didn't
looks
turn
like
into a
vanilla.
frog or anything. You know what would be crazy is if Zad also had the same idea.
Well, funny you should say. I'm kidding. I did see that recipe when I was looking for things to do, but I thought, you know what? I have a different idea. Of course, I had to use some kind of wine. We're celebrating the new year and the debut of 3 amazing boys, okay? I think this calls for, in the words of Chris Jericho, a little bit of a bubbly.
Oh my god, you did not just reference Chris Jericho.
God.
That's crazy.
Gonna get our champagne here, apple juice as well, blueberry syrup here that I made last round. This kind of simple syrup is a little bit heavier. As a result, the syrup gonna sink all the way to the bottom here. A grape,
Yes!
a blackberry, and the golden apple of discord here.
So we should start the Trojan War event.
Our own Ragnarok.
Yep.
Yeah, well, there you go. Whoopsie.
Oh no! The grape is chilling in
Still
there.
adds a little bit of flavor in there.
Fancy,
Oh.
fancy. Great job to all of you, but 3 of you did have the same idea, so we're gonna start with Zad as the person who did not do the butterfly pea.
You are clever and knew that I liked the wrestling. I loved like the end result. Not to say that the other ones didn't look really cool, but they were like pretty drinks. This one was like a cool drink. I was like, yeah, that looks cool. I like that, you know? An 8.5.
A good cocktail is a good cocktail, but judging has to be done. I do wish that you had actually used the blueberry syrup first, because that would have made for a fantastic presentation of layering. I still think that this is deserving of a 9.
I like that you had grapes. I like that you had champagne. And I like that you used components from your previous round. I think that execution could use a little bit of work because there's kind of that smear against the glass. I have to give you a 7. I think we'll start with Zion. I like the touch with the puppet.
I liked the transition from green to the purples. Bonus points for the end presentation here. Because it was not the one to go first, it definitely kind of hurt because I'm like, oh, okay, like we've seen this. I'm gonna say a strong 7.
I'm about to be very strict for the next 3, but it's going to be a 6.5 from me.
I like the presentation of the other 2 better. I would have loved a thorough explanation to just, sell the story. I'm gonna give you a 7 as well. Morphia.
This was probably the drink that took the blue pea more in a creative direction. I also do like the addition of the potion bottle, given the actual instructions for the potion. I do think that I would give you a 7.5.
I felt like I was watching like a bartender. I did really like the potion bottle. A 7 as well. I felt like the story wasn't really there.
I like the creativity of soaking the tequila in the butterfly thing. Also, also, I really like the potion bottle because I said to make a magic potion and then you had that and it was so cute. So I actually really like it and I'm gonna give you an 8.5. Tenchi! Okay, I also really like this one. It was the first one we saw, so I think the impact of the color change was also just, you know, more importantly, I think it was the attention to details for me. I'm also gonna give this an 8.5.
I really like the fact that you had like a story to it. This is where this comes from and this is what this is. I actually low-key think that this is a 9 for me, solely because you kind of hit every point.
The way you handled the color change with the drink, the way you showed us, and the way you also told us the history. Your experience shows in your presentation. The creativity behind the blue pea at this point is still something that we brought down with it all. I would like to give it a rating of 8.
Proud of all of you. We actually have a special guest here for our final round. Jay Sizzle!
Hey.
The winner of Mythos Chef episode 1. He is here to give some words of advice as well as present our theme for round 3. Decorative eye, decorate, and plate your dessert.
3 little pieces of advice I want to give you guys before going into the next round. Color theory. And I mean, like, make sure your dishes pop with color. The second point is what I like to call the 3-point rule, which is your base, the star, and the height. Maybe on the bed of, like, you know, sauce or whatever, and then like the main star or whatever your pastry that you're making, and making sure that when you plate it, you give it a little bit extra height to really like highlight whatever the main dish is. Finally, this is going to be the most important. There's no such thing as a wrong interpretation of a theme.
Great advice. What is the theme that you have chosen for us?
So the theme I have chosen for this final round is paradise.
Ooh. A fitting theme for Dionysus.
You only have 20 minutes. You may all begin. Morphia piping in the fruit tart pastry cream. But I wonder what's going on with the chocolate chips. Ooh, oh no, Zad, is one of your cheesecakes not coming out?
I exploded. I'm
It
so
exploded.
sorry.
No,
Oh
it's okay.
no!
I like what Zion's doing. It's kind of like you know, in those fancy restaurants where they like spread some sauce and then there's like dots and stuff and then.
I like it.
Ooh, look at the whiskey thing. Oh my god.
That's so cool.
Wait, it's so pretty.
Oh my gosh.
I want to eat it so bad.
You know what? Tenchi is disqualified. The plate is too damn cute.
It's from Bleepo Kawaii.
When I was younger, I used to do taste testing for a few different bakeries.
How do you get a job taste testing? What the heck?
Who said it was a job?
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. But, I knew the owners of a few different bakeries, and they would ask me my opinions on their dishes.
Wait, Tenchi, quick question. How did you make that like starburst pattern?
So this is metallic food paint. And I dilute it with vodka because vodka burns off on its own the alcohol content in it. And it leaves
Vodka.
behind just this nice shimmer on everything. Then I tempered my chocolate. I put the tempered chocolate, I paint the tempered chocolate into the mold.
Morphia is, I like the little like additions to the.
Brushing the lesser dust onto the fruits, yeah.
It's so cool looking.
Pixel, what do you mean by Zion? I'm doing nothing. I think my presentation looks beautiful. My mom's
You know when those people on MasterChef, they do like a deconstructed whatever? That's what it reminds me of. Wait, what is Morphia?
It's called a sweet toulet. It's basically water, oil, flour, and sugar, and it will turn into like this crispy lattice to use as a garnish.
I'm surprised nobody's mentioned how like cool looking Zad's is. Like I love like the apple slice. Like that's so cool. What are we looking at, Zad?
We're looking at the birth of a star here.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Hey,
Absolutely.
people. I made this one
Nobody wants
specifically for you because I know you have no teeth. So.
And
People, I know that you
way.
forgot your dentures at Apollo's house, so.
My apologies, but I've got one hell of a bite.
Your bite is at Apollo's house because you guys are getting married soon, right?
Apollo's my sister.
Uh-huh.
Sweet
And,
home Alabama. Take 5.
5,
4,
4,
3,
3, 2.
1, 0.
Boom!
Hands up! Thank you, contestants, for your hard work thus far. We're gonna start with amazing Morphia.
This is a fruit tart with blackberries and raspberries, which I painted with some luster dust, and I made a feather out of chocolate.
How does it tie to paradise?
When I think of paradise, I think of kind of like a coastal tropical thing. So the toulet's kind of be like the coral, and then the feather is like one of the tropical birds that fly around the area, and then of course you got the luxurious like pearls and gems, which is the fruit on the tart. All right, so there's a cross section for y'all. In view, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, my
You
bad.
have the little chocolate.
Yeah, and then
with
the
little
feather
Mhm.
and the coral.
Looks
not eat the
beautiful. Zad, present your dish to us.
This is my depiction of love in paradise, the birth of a star being born in the night sky, which many consider a paradise, and many worship it, with this little temple here surrounded by the love of the gods, which are the raspberries. And in the sky itself, painted with a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue, as some other brother and sister stars, planets signified by the grapes, and little asteroids from the crumble.
Oh.
See that there? I love cheesecake. Oh my goodness.
All right, Zion.
Hi, Chefs and Peepaw. I made a deconstructed mud pie. Chocolate chip peanut butter cookies with a peanut butter chocolate whipped cream. And then we've got chocolate drizzle and some normal whipped cream with PB powder and chocolate peanut butter powder.
I see these little decorations on there.
It's part of my paradise because they represent my family.
That's so
Aww,
cute.
that is cute.
Please dig in. Ooh.
Oh,
Nice,
snap.
nice crisp texture.
Delicious.
All right, it's time for Tensi to show us her beautiful, gorgeous dessert. What is going on here?
Entremet, it's French, and this shape specifically is called a baume, so you can see
Ooh.
a little bit of the shine.
Ooh.
So I
Sparkle.
tempered the chocolate, and I used food grade paint. Inside is a chocolate mousse, and then a whiskey salted caramel. And the bottom is a shortbread biscuit. So when you make entremet, you have to think about the flavor for each thing. So shortbread should traditionally have a very nice snap to it. But the thing about entremet is that it should have a pretty distinct layer on the inside, and you can kind of see the caramel and the chocolate
The drizzle.
interior. When you have all these components, you get the darker chocolate of the outside cocoa. You have the sweeter mousse on the inside. You have the little bit of the salty bite from the shortbread and the smoky whiskey from the caramel, which brings all these elements together.
Take a bite. Let us know how it tastes, because we can't. I'm jealous.
It's really good.
I'm jealous. Oh, but look at the caramel drizzle.
That's the really fun part about entremet is you get like crunchy, soft, sweet, smooth. I have a pretty small ham, and they're about the size.
So
of
you
that
could
palm.
eat it like a sandwich.
You can eat it like
Hell
a sandwich.
yeah.
We will now proceed scoring for this round. So we'll start with Zad. J Sizzle, let's have you start.
I feel like the way that you described your dish, I really could just like visualize it. I'm not a huge cheesecake person, but I just want to eat the entire thing. I want to give it a 7.5.
Zad, you originally were going to plate yours differently, but you were having difficulty with your other cheesecakes, I saw. Originally, I would have given it a 6.5, but in lieu of the improvisation that you did to fix things, I'm going to go with a 7.
I like the way you explained it. The story was there. I'm not a fruit guy. When it comes to dessert,
not
I want
fruity?
it. Oh, I'm fruity. It would have been an 8, but you dared to use fruit, so I'm gonna say 7.
I love cheesecake. Looked really good. I think the structural integrity was a little bit questionable. We saw a couple cheesecakes exploding. Oh my god, cat! Sorry.
El gato.
Plating was, there was like a lot going on. We're gonna give you a 7.5 because I like my fruits, okay? Our next is the adorable Zion cat. It's your cat's show now. The plating was beautiful. Love that. I like the different components. The little sprinkles also added just a touch of whimsy. I think that's a 9 from me.
It took skill, but it was still like, gave me like home energy. So I'm gonna say a very strong 9.
What I really liked the most was like, I was like, oh, okay, she had the cookies and stuff, and then I liked how you just added like the little drizzle on top. I like the little extra details on top, and I like the way it snapped, so that's definitely a good solid 9 for me.
I'm about to feel like the strict judge.
That's totally fine. We need one of those.
So
Peepaw, please be nice.
Artemis Ramsey over here.
overall, I do like how it looked, but you had drizzle on the cookies. By default, you went to pick it up with your hands. To put a drizzle on something you're going to be eating with your hands immediately makes it a lot more messy than you would like it to be for someone to eat. If you were going to use different types of creams, you wanted to think a bit more probably on how you were placing them in terms of presentation. With that in mind, I do think that I'm going to be giving a 7.5 here.
That's
Proud of you.
Did you say you love me?
I said proud of you.
Oh,
No longer is he
Zion.
proud.
sorry.
Thank
We
you
hear
so
what we
much.
want.
Morphia. Does anyone want to start?
Fruit. Gross.
Oh my god. Okay.
Aw,
You know
man.
what? Ignore Athena. I love fruit on my pastries. I love fruit tarts. The stream of like chocolate that like is like a little river. You have a little chocolate ocean. You have your little clamshell paradise. You have the little feather. I just loved it. I love fruit tarts. I love the presentation. It's a 10 for me.
What's it like to be so wrong? No, I really liked it. I'm not a big fruit guy, so I am gonna dock you a little bit. But the presentation was so good. It would have been a 9. But it's gonna be an 8.
Athena, you need your vitamins. You need
No!
It's absolutely freaking gorgeous. It's amazing. Chef to chef, I know exactly how difficult those techniques are that you did. Absolutely a 10.
The fruit tart would be a good example of taking something very simplistic and showing the execution that you can pull from it. It's hard to mess up a simple dish, but it's hard to make it phenomenal. You took care in every bit of presentation. You even took care to think about where you were placing your berries. I would give this a very solid 9.
Okay, last but not least, Tenchi.
Absolutely freaking amazing. As someone who as my specialty is French style cuisine, oh my goodness, watching you execute that was so freaking wonderful. It brings me so much joy, so much happiness. Gives you flashbacks, but brings me so much joy. If I could give you 100, I would, but you get a 10.
More flashbacks.
Every dish you've made, you've like explained yourself and like how it all connects and like on a chemistry level. I would have docked your points if I couldn't palm it like a football. But because you said I could eat it with my hands, I'm gonna go with Sizzle. I'm gonna give it a 10.
I made a good call not to get the raspberries from the
Yes, you did!
What you've made is incredible. The main things that I can even bother to try nitpicking a critique is plating. Your expertise both in explaining your dishes and presenting them is definitely to be seen. I will join on the 10.
Is this about to be the 10 sweep?
So,
Oh no.
I'm conflicted because I love fruit.
Gross. Ew.
I'm gonna fight back on this. I want to give you a 10 so bad. Your plate was so cute, but I feel like the pastry itself had a more elegant look to it. So then I felt like the aesthetics were a little bit clashing.
Excuse Dio for being so wrong.
Okay, shut up. For that reason, just the clash of aesthetics, it's gonna have to be a 9. With that being said, the judge deliberation, where we all get to award a contestant of our choice a bonus 5 points, taking into account the entire competition.
Oh, I already know because you starting shit over there. I already know it's like Tenchi's getting all 5 like to make up for it.
You know what? We're gonna have beef now. Artie, your thoughts?
It's very tough for me because it's between two. Tenchi has done nothing but show absolute expertise in the kitchen throughout this entire competition. But at the same time, I also very much enjoyed the creativity that Zad had. I'm gonna give my 5 to Zad.
Especially because I'm a chef, I'm conflicted between like Tenchi and like Morph, you know? Because it's just like their techniques, I understand. Like, can I just split it between the two? I don't know.
I'm gonna force you to make a decision. I'm the bad guy.
I'm gonna give it a Tenchi. I was watching the stream the whole time, so like I listened to like her entire expertise, and I was like, dang, I forgot about this. Let me write it down. I'm literally taking notes.
My bonus points are actually gonna be going to Zion for one very specific reason. All of the 3 other contestants had some sort of cooking background. They had some sort of experience. You're more of a home cook, right? Would you say?
I don't cook, so I'm a no cook.
Despite your experience, I was really impressed. Maybe you should cook more, bake more.
No thanks.
No! So,
Dude, I'll keep coming on here until I win.
So I just want to announce our winner. Our winner is the amazing Tenchi Hazuki. Everyone, please go check our winner out. Do you do cooking, baking streams often, Tenchi?
I do hand cams once a week where I try to teach people a little bit about baking and the science behind it. I am going to be debuting a new model. No specific date yet, but sometime in March.
Our special prize, customized oven mitts. We're gonna print your VTuber model. We can use your new model if you have it. Of course, just also want to thank our other amazing contestants who took the time to do this. Some special judges to thank. Artemis and Athena, you were amazing judges.
So you agree?
I don't agree with your opinions. These boys just debuted, so make sure to show them a lot of love. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.